Hey everybody out there in Radio Land, your buddy Johnny Rock. As you know, we just love playing independent artists here on Johnny Rock and Roll Radio, especially up and coming artists. And well, this guy's he's been up for a long time, um, days now, I think it is. No, um, uh, when I first, his name's Robert Young, and when I first met Rob, as most people affectionately call him, he's a filmmaker from Florida, director, producer, filmmaker, and I knew he owned guitars, but I didn't know he played them. You know, you can own a guitar, but that don't make you a guitar player.
That's right.
This guy wails on the guitar. I was blown away when I finally heard him. So Rob, which came first, filmmaking or music?
Music came first. Probably when I was about 12.
First.
Yeah.
At what age?
About 12.
12.
Yeah.
And what inspired you to pick up a guitar?
Well, we were at my dad's garage where his office and everything was, and there was an old harmony sitting in the back of one of the storage rooms, and I saw it in there and picked it up, and that's kind of where it started. He showed me 3 chords, and it went from there.
So that a harmony, that's an acoustic guitar, right?
No, it's actually old harmony electric guitar.
Okay.
He had like 17 years old or something like that. He just never got rid of it.
Wow.
It'd been around for time.
And you were 12 years old.
Yeah, about 12.
Okay. And so what transpired over the next few years? Did you have a garage band? Did you play in high school? Did you have a band? What went on?
Yeah, we started playing in the room and stuff like that, and then had some friends that decided they wanted to play, and then we started a little band and stuff like that. We played, around for the school, stuff like that, around town and things. Had our own little band room that my dad put up for us and everything like that. So it just kept growing and growing, going on from there. And then as we got a little older, we started playing out. We played Tampa a lot, down to Ybor, all those places, a bunch of the clubs down there, and here and there all over Central Florida for quite a while.
And without giving your age away, or you can if you want, what year was this?
Oh Lord!
Or what era? Was it the 60s, the 70s?
90s.
90s?
90s, hair band, yeah.
So what are some of the musicians that inspired you?
Oh wow. Honestly, I used to listen to like Beach Boys and um some, like Cash, stuff like that. But then we started getting into like the heavier stuff, so we started listening to Metallica and all that, and that's kind of what went with us because we went kind of heavy for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, with being around all the people who are now, I was like, I should try country.
Yeah, right on. Well, there's an open dispute now about country music. People are diehard country fans that are, Hank and Willie and George and all of that are putting down people like Jelly Roll and stuff like that because they say, well, that ain't country. I think the same thing happened with rhythm and blues back in the day when rock and roll started, and then the same thing happened with rock and roll when the British invasion came. They say, well, that's not rock and roll. Well, it's all rock and roll to me, baby.
Right.
So, which brings us to now. Let me back up a little bit. So, why did you stay with music?
What was that?
Why did you stay with music? Why didn't you pursue it?
Well, we were just about to get a good deal, and then of course, a couple of the band people had some women problems, so that was the end of that.
Women problems happens every time.
Yeah,
Yoko.
Yeah. Oh, helicopter. Probably that airlift.
It's probably a woman pilot. No.
Yeah. We're just about to get a tour deal and all that stuff, and we had our own songs, stuff like that, and then that just happened. Band broke up. I
Yeah.
was like, all right. So then I just went back to remodels and stuff like that, and then just
You
never
gotta
really
make a
had
living.
time. Yep.
Yeah, you got to make a living. You got to have that paper. So then we met through filmmaking, and
Yeah.
so you're still doing the filmmaking. And tell us about how how you picked the guitar back up, and how you came to record these two songs.
Well, being around Kevin and Clayton and all those guys.
Kevin Palmer.
Yeah, and Clayton Q and all that. And Kevin was kind of pushing me a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you got to get back into it." I helped him do his CD and stuff like that. Kind of got me interested a little bit. And then he's like, "Well, you got to start playing a little more, this and that." And we talk here and there. And a couple people got me a couple guitars. "Oh, you got to start playing again." And that's how I ended up with a bunch of guitars. Actually, a bunch of donations on a lot of those I got on. And kind of just, they were there. So I was like, well, I want to play that one a little bit. And then I started writing some stuff. I was like, all right, I was getting back into writing the metal stuff a little bit, going back to some old songs I was doing, I had worked on before. And I was like, let me switch gears and see if I can get some country in this. And so I had to listen to a lot of country songs to even get those, because this old hair band guy. So
yeah, to get
but that's came.
So tell us about this first song we're gonna hear. Tell us what how it came to be.
Well, that was actually the beginning of a kind of a 80s, 90s Skid Row style ballad. And then that's when I said, well, let me try switching it up to country. And I was just writing stuff about from when we was young, and how we moved back and forth a lot from Florida to New Hampshire to Florida, back and forth. And I used to go from here. I'd work all year long and go to school with Dad, and then I'd get shipped back to New Hampshire to work on the farm for all summer long, to do the haying and the cows and help with the milking and all that stuff. And well, we didn't get the real milking barn. We got the ones where you had the sick cows. We had to do all the hand milking and all that stuff.
Wow.
And that just kind of where that came from. That was like real life experience, of always just kind of wanting to be back home up north and where we're from and where all the brooks and all the things are and the fishing and stuff, and not 700 degrees all the time. That's how Stomping Grounds came about.
Okay, so the song is called Stomping Ground, and we're about to do a worldwide radio premiere for it right now. It's going to be heard in 174 countries, and I want you to go ahead and introduce it.
Hey, this is Robert Young here with my new song, Stomping Grounds. Heard it here first on Johnny Rock and Roll Radio.
When I was young, my dad was my hero. There was nothing he wouldn't do to make sure we got through. Even when things were tough, he never gave up on us. He worked every day and night to keep things right. One day we moved away to another state. All my friends were gone, I felt out of place. Never really fit in, even though I tried. Just wanna go home to our stomping grounds. Stomping grounds, stomping grounds is where I wanna be. Take me where I feel at home. Tractor rides by Grandpa's side. Grandma's cookies that taste so sweet. Fishing in the brook, sitting next to you. Daddy, please take me home. Take me home to our stomping grounds. Now that we're here in another state, even with new friends, I'm still out of place. Never really fit in, even though I tried. Just wanna go home to our stomping grounds. Stomping grounds, stomping grounds is where I wanna be. Take me where I feel at home. Tractor rides by Grandpa's side. Grandma's cookies that taste so sweet.
I dig that. Now that's a country song.
Yeah, that is.
That's a country song. You can't argue that that's not a country song. And so, and I really do dig that. I'm being sincere. I like that. We're gonna put that in regular rotation. Okay, so we're gonna come to the next song. I know this one ain't about your dad.
Nope.
It's called Cityfied. It's a very short song too.
Yeah.
It's a very short song. Tell us about the making of this song, Cityfied, and why is it so short?
Well, it is under 2 minutes. I was playing around with it, and just there wasn't too much more I wanted to put with it because it just kind of, I don't know, it seemed like it just dragged on. Just a quick, fun song. That's about my wife, Christina there to Daisy too. She come from the city, and then she got thrown into the country a little bit with all this Duke stuff and the events and the movies and stuff like that. So she's always playing a little country girl, but she definitely is from the city. So it's just kind of a little joke, a little fun song. That's how that come up. I was just sitting there on the couch messing around. Might have had a little bit of glass of maybe moonshine sitting there that helped get that one out. but yeah, that's how that one come about.
Cool. So are you going to do a backup song to it called Countryfied?
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah. Tell us about how you how did you record these songs? Did you record them in the studio?
No, in the house actually. Went through my PC. I got some buddies up north from Canada actually that let me kind of tap into their computer and programs, and he helped me out. He's got one of my friends there. His name's Johnny actually too. And he helps people set up music and stuff like that. That's just what he does. He solo artists and stuff like that. And so he can help put in all the other pieces, and he kind of showed me how to work the program and kind of left me on my own and come back and tweaked it for me. That way I could add in, the different instruments and stuff like that, because the drums is actually, I made the drums on the program, and then the keyboard is actually my guitar, because, I play the guitar and it turns it into a keyboard. And then it took quite a few takes to put the country in it, because I don't really have a country twang to my speaking, so I had to sing it a bunch of times. Then we did some tweaking and adjusting just to get stuff up, because I was still kind of shy on the singing stuff, so I kind of tweaked some of the vocal a little bit to change my tone just a hair. I mean, it's all me singing and everything like that, but we use doublers and harmony and everything like that, and boosted, so it gives it that country feel and effect. All that. It was a lot of work, good learning process anyhow, but that took me probably a week and a half to actually finish the song. 3 hours to write it, and a week and a half to do it, because I didn't know what I was doing.
That's listening to that really it tells me how much creativity goes into it.
Yeah.
Talent's one thing and creativity is another thing, and they both go hand in hand. Yeah. I think it sounds great. Again, I was blown away. It was hard for me to believe that it was even you. I mean, not because I don't think you have the creativity or talent, but because I never heard you sing before, and I never really heard you play the guitar before. I'm like, man, this is good. Wow. Yeah. This is little Robbie. This can't be little Robbie.
Yeah. Not many people heard me sing. I went to do some backup with the band and stuff like that, but
Okay, so without any further ado, go ahead and give us a good introduction for Cityfied.
All right, this is Robert Young. This is my new song, Cityfied. You heard it here first on Johnny Rock and Roll Radio.
She's 5'7", long flowing hair, a big bell buckle, set of fancy spurs on her boots. A certified country girl, stomping to the beat, dancing on a country bar top. From sneakers to boots, short shorts and crop tops, concrete to fields wearing flip-flops. A smile for days that'll make your heart stop. A certified country girl, she's gonna break your heart. Girl girl's got moves that makes your jaw drop. She'll make you lose your mind. When the music starts using those city girl moves that'll catch your eye while she's dancing on a country bar top. From sneakers to boots, short shorts and crop tops, concrete to fields wearing flip-flops. A smile for days that'll make your heart stop. A certified country girl, she's gonna break your heart. Short shorts and crop tops, concrete to fields wearing flip-flops. A smile for days that'll make your heart stop. A certified country girl, she's gonna